Staying healthy over the holidays. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us is renowned marathon runner and sports nutritionist with Abbott Lingo and author Pam Nisevich Bede. Hi, Pam.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Well, here come all of those family gatherings. Everybody brings food, and it seems the desserts outnumber everything else. But we can make smarter choices. Give us some help, Pam.
It's certainly a time we all look forward to, and we're not about overhauling all our recipes or saying no to all of our familiar favorites. What we're about at Lingo is finding a way to eat in a way that is metabolically healthy. So maybe it's just some small tweaks to your familiar favorites and also tools like Abbott's Lingo Continuous Glucose Monitor. It's a CGM. It sits on the back of your arm for up to 14 days. It's over the counter. And what it does is the biosensor is going to pair with the Lingo app on your smartphone. The smartphone is going to show you minute by minute how your glucose is responding to your day. And it's going to offer you coaching tips so you can move towards better metabolic health. Because when we move towards better metabolic health, we just feel better in our own skin, as well as we're moving towards those health and wellness goals, whether that's during the holidays or into the new year.
Interesting, Pam. So you said this is over the counter, no prescription needed here?
That's correct. Yep.
Why should folks who may not have been diagnosed with having type 2 diabetes or something like that, why should they be monitoring glucose levels?
When you think through glucose, we all have glucose and we should all be focusing on it because glucose is really impacting our entire day. So not only our energy, because glucose is a source of energy, but glucose is impacting how we feel. A lot of us spend our day on a glucose roller coaster. So we're making choices that create these glucose spikes and these crashes. And while you can see that on your Lingo graph, you can feel it inside, right? So this glucose roller coaster can disrupt our mood, our focus. It can impact our sleep. It can impact our energy levels and so much more. So when you learn the foods that are working for you and the foods that aren't, when you can learn how to incorporate more movement across your day, you can make changes that work personally for you because everyone's habits are going to be a little bit different to fine tune their metabolic health.
So what are some easy food swaps? I think we're looking at some that we should consider.
You certainly are. So it's as simple as starting the meal with a vegetable, right? We've got go green by adding in vegetables at the start of a meal and across that balanced plate. You're adding in fiber as well as nutrients, and that fiber is going to help slow down digestion and absorption. So you get a steadier energy. Or adding protein to your mashed potatoes by like the Greek yogurt that we added to this dish. Making the mashed potatoes ahead of time. So not only does that reduce stress of getting food on the table, but when we make our starches ahead of time, we create a resistant starch. It's a type of carbohydrate that is just slower to digest. So it's a slower source of energy into our body. Our glazed carrots, we took out a ton of that brown sugar and instead we've added monk fruit. We've added cinnamon for flavor. And so all of these steps are making our glucose steadier and our metabolic health a little bit better. And so it's just simple changes across our meal.
Some great strategies. But when it comes to the drinks and desserts, somebody made that pie and those cookies. And of course, you can't say no. What do we do?
So when we have those desserts, the ones we just look forward to all year round, right? It's how do you have your cake and eat it too? So when you add it at the end of the meal, you've got all these other nutrients that are slowing down digestion and helping you out. But also just you could add in more movement after that meal, right? So instead of sitting on the couch, could you just add in 10 to 20 minutes of a family walk, create that new tradition because that's going to mobilize the glucose from, circulation into those working muscles, help you stay steadier. When you have the cocktails or the mocktails like we have here, instead of high sugar, can you add in a dry spritzer? Can you add in soda water to kind of, offset some of those sugars and then have a little bit steadier of an approach? So you can see all of our familiar favorites fit. It's just kind of fine tuning what works for us and using our own data to really know what is working for us.
So tell us more about how the technology and the tips that you have there can kind of work together.
So with a continuous glucose monitor like Lingo, you're getting personalized insights, your own data 24/7, palm of your hand. And that way you can also find the coaching tips and what works for you, like pairing your carbohydrates with protein and fat, starting your meal with a salad. You're using Lingo to stay informed about your body, to develop your own habits that work again now and into the new year.
And you don't have to be an elite athlete to really benefit from this.
No, everyone can benefit from it. If you've got a health goal, if you're wherever you're at on that health and wellness journey, glucose comes to life and it impacts all of us.
So for more info, where's the best place to go?
You can try Lingo for yourself, learn more about Lingo, and check out our holiday eating guide with a lot of these recipes by visiting hellolingo.com.
Terrific. Before I let you go, Pam, how many marathons have you run of late? Maybe this year? Are you still doing all those?
I've run two. Yeah, I've run two this year and I've run 29 total.
Wow, just amazing. Pam Nisevich Bede, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you.